Wyatt Sicks versus American Made street fight kicked off this week's Raw, and I love that they did this. Commercial free, no interruptions. You could immerse yourself in this, and it was good, man. It was everything I think we predicted it and wanted it to be. We actually, for the first time properly, saw Nikki Cross unmasked, and I don't know why she bothered wearing the mask. She looked awesome in the face paint. Genuinely, she went to the extreme tonight. Very Daphne style from Nikki Cross. And you can see at the end of the match, Nikki got very emotional after the victory, after the massive brawl they had with American Made. Obviously, Nikki would get massive highlights in this, including German suplexing Gable, but it would be Uncle Howdy getting involved right towards the end, Sister Abigail. And after Uncle Howdy would turn Super Saiyan towards the end of the match, it would be the Wyatt Sicks standing tall over a dead Chad Gable. Is this the end of the feud? It definitely feels like it. I don't know where you can go from here. This match was all it needed to be. Genuinely was incredible. Before the match, though, we got a video package, like recapping the Wyatt Sicks, recapping the feud. And this would be shown right at the start. Now, obviously, some people are wondering if a patient ID could potentially be a phone number. I'm more interested in the fact this looks like some kind of psychiatric report. Because interestingly, the session date at the bottom is the same date where Bo Dallas would sit down with Uncle Howdy, then shown to us on the video package. What if actually this is never happened? We know the funhouse was in the mind of Bray Wyatt. What if it's also in the mind of Bo Dallas now, and he's talking to Howdy when actually he's talking to a therapist? Potentially? Because that would give off the same kind of vibes of the early Firefly Funhouse episodes. For the first time in a long time, we got an update in the Uncle Howdy journal this week, and it reads, "Even now, the words of the red grow stronger, whispers like 1,000 voices, screaming in silence, guiding the knife until our hands are one in the same. You speak, we follow. My life for you." Notably, the exact same thing Uncle Howdy would scream as the Wyatt Sicks posed with their victory tonight at the end of the Raw match. Now, this kind of does further the theory that Howdy is one listening to Bray. And with that line, "until our hands are one in the same," does that mean potentially Howdy's like becoming the vessel of Bray? If so, could Howdy be the Fiend? It's also worth noting that today Erick Rowan, Eric Redbeard, would put this on Instagram. Of course, it looks like a puppet, and he would simply caption it with the words, "Made a new friend in Calgary." Question is this an actual new puppet? Are we going to get the Funhouse back? This isn't the first tease from Erick Rowan like this. This is things you might have missed from the season premiere of Raw. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. So we got the news today about Monday Night Raw's future, and it's moving to 2 hours from October 7th. Going to assume perhaps we get the announcement Friday that maybe SmackDown is moving to 3 hours, which I kind of feels like it's a bit backwards. Raw at the moment's been the better show, without a doubt, week to week. So, I don't know, maybe you want more Raw, less SmackDown right now, but maybe that changes. Maybe the way they book the shows changes a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. And some news regarding NXT tonight, as Ava announced that the Rascals will be unable to be there tomorrow, so they're being replaced in the tag title match against SmackDown's Street Profits. That's pretty big. And then this, Tony D'Angelo talking to a mystery man behind the glass. Who is this? Is this Omos? Is this maybe Moose from TNA? We'll have to wait and see. But the hype is there, and whoever this person is, Tony's just paid him a lot of money to deal with Obafemi. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart returned to Raw tonight, talking obviously about being a world champion, talking about how a Canadian champion would fight everyone to prove that they are the best. Obviously, that speech would bring out the world heavyweight champion Gunther. And no, he didn't chop him, don't worry. But he did chop him down a peg when he told Bret that he was his second favourite wrestler, his first favourite being Bill Goldberg, oh boy. And just in case you don't know why that's such a big deal, it was Goldberg who ended the career of Bret Hitman Hart. Well, that would bring out Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn would once again challenge Gunther, who would say no and leave. Bret Hart would call him a coward, which would bring Gunther back wanting to take a shot at Bret, but him and Sami would brawl, and obviously the Canadians stood tall. The Hitman and Sami standing tall, Gunther leaving once again as he's being provoked to accept that challenge by Sami Zayn. Jade and Bianca Belair was able to retain their women's tag team championships tonight. The question I have after this match is, where does that leave the Unholy Union? Alba and Isla obviously earned this shot. They faced Damage Control. Do they just earn another shot down the road maybe? Or do they fade away a bit now? I don't know. But it just seems a bit odd. What do we do with the Unholy Union now? It is official! Rhea Ripley will challenge Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship at Bad Blood, and Finn Balor tonight challenged Damian Priest as well, saying that he wants both Rhea and Damian to fall on the same night. This was, though, just like most times, a trap by the Judgment Day. It would bring out Rhea Ripley trying to assist Damian, and then Liv Morgan would get involved as well. Rhea dragged into the ring, and the real beatdown would begin, using that crutch of Rhea Ripley, just whipping her with it, then whipping Damian with it as he tried to save Rhea, and then even after that, holding Damian down, whipping him some more, until finally Jey Uso would make the save. Hell in a Cell! It's official. Adam Pearce told Drew McIntyre tonight at Bad Blood he will face CM Punk in Hell in a Cell. Love that. But did they tease Wade Barrett potentially getting back into the ring? Obviously, Drew McIntyre taking exception to Wade getting involved last week. Maybe there's a little bit of a tease there for the future. The New Day will get a shot at the World Tag Team titles next week, but maybe still some problems. But we may have got a date as well, as they drop the fact that this is the 10-year anniversary of the New Day coming up in November. Could Woods or Kofi turn in November on that 10th anniversary of the New Day? To the surprise of everyone, Natalya! Who would have thought it? Natalya is back, and she was revealed as the mystery tag partner tonight. And with the use of a triple submission, Lyra, Zelina and Natalya would pick up the win over Pure Fusion Collective. Dirty Dominic Mysterio would defeat Dragon Lee with a huge assist from Liv, as it does look like we're setting up LWO versus the Judgment Day. Especially when you got Finn Balor versus Rey Mysterio later in the night, and once Finn got this submission on Rey in the ropes, the referee had no choice but to ring the bell, as Finn refused to let go after the 5 count, refused to let go after the bell, didn't care that he lost the match. Finn Balor wanted to punish Rey. Now, it looks like we're going to be setting up Damage Control versus Jade and Bianca, as we thought we might. But something worth noting for sure, because now it's the 3rd time that the Pluto symbol has been in the background for a Damage Control segment. That's what I find most interesting. Once, maybe, twice, maybe, 3 times, it becomes a pattern. The Fatal 4-Way, where the winner would get a shot at Bron Breakker in the Intercontinental Championship, was the main event tonight. Such a hard-hitting, fast-paced match. Loved it. That super kick, man, to Dragunov. Holy shit, Jay, that was insane. In this main event, we'd see Braun Strowman pick up a lot of momentum, and out of nowhere, Bronson Reed would attack Braun Strowman. Obviously, Bronson taken out of this tournament because of COVID. Braun Strowman stepping in and being taken out again by Bronson. Jey Uso would be the victor tonight, though. Jey Uso will now be the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title. He will face Bron Breakker. A lot of people theorising the idea, and I really like this, so I wanted to mention it, of Jey Uso versus Bron and the Bloodline screwing Jey Uso. It would be a way to get to, like, Jey reuniting with Roman, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see, but I really do like the idea behind it. I really like this Raw. I thought it was a fun, fast-paced show. Lots happening. Love that. 9 out of 10 from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below as always. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video. We'll be back tomorrow for NXT. See you then. Peace!